Have you ever looked at your life and asked yourself, whose story am I really living? It can seem like everyone else moves to a rhythm you can't even hear. You wake up in a place that has never truly understood you. And from your earliest memories, you've known you were different. You felt more deeply, thought in ways others didn't, carried joy and pain in ways no one around you seemed to understand. No matter how hard you tried to blend in, it always felt like you were swimming against the current. That's not weakness. It's not madness. It's not a flaw. It's a sign. You are not a mistake in the design. You are proof that the design itself is broken. Some people are born to repeat what has already been done. Others are born to bring change. And those who bring change almost always start by feeling out of place. Not because they don't know who they are, but because they haven't found a space where they can exist without hiding. The world has created boxes, rules, and labels. It tells you what is right, what counts as success, and what is failure. It pushes you to shape yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you, even when your soul can barely breathe there. But there comes a moment, maybe it's right now, when you can't pretend the false version of your life is real. Deep down, you know you were sent here for something bigger, something with no manual, something no job title can explain, something only you can discover by living, feeling, and sometimes failing. Yes, there will be times when you feel like you're walking in the dark. But even then, each step is guided. There's a wisdom moving you forward, even when you struggle to trust it. The reason you doubt yourself is simple. You were told to follow instructions, to stay quiet, to study for grades, to work for a paycheck, to pay bills, and to keep moving in a cycle without soul. A world where dreamers are seen as foolish. But you're not foolish. You're aware. You see and sense what most people don't. And while that awareness may make you feel alone, it is your greatest gift. The fact that you're listening right now is proof that something inside you is waking up. Something in you is done pretending everything is fine when it's not. That's not a reason to lose hope. It's proof that your moment is coming. There's a kind of exhaustion no one can see. You sleep, but never rest. You sit, but never feel at peace. Your body moves forward, but your soul is running on empty. From the outside, your life may look fine. You have food, shelter, maybe even a job. But something still feels wrong, like you're pushing life uphill. And you ask yourself, is the problem me? The truth is no. The problem is that you've been living a life that wasn't meant for you. You've been walking a path someone else built, following values that aren't yours, in a society that doesn't understand the chosen ones. That deep tiredness you feel is your calling in disguise. Your soul is crying out, "See me. I'm trapped in this routine that's wearing me down, piece by piece." You've always known there was more. Since childhood, you felt the truth, that the world is bigger than what you see, that something greater is calling you. But no one could tell you exactly what it was. So you followed the steps: school, work, bills, responsibilities. You told yourself this should be enough. But your spirit refuses captivity. You can't keep pretending you were made for a life on autopilot. Every day, the mask feels heavier. The weariness grows, not from working hard, but from pretending too much. You're not tired of effort. You're tired of denying yourself. When your soul starts to awaken, everything false begins to break apart. The collapse is painful and confusing, but it's also your freedom. Only when the old falls apart can you see what must be built in its place. And that's when the real work begins. the inward journey, asking yourself, if there were no rules, what would I truly do with my life? Your soul already knows the answer. It always has. Until you honor that answer, the emptiness will stay. You can try to fill it with achievements, relationships, money, recognition, but it won't work. It's like drinking salt water. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. That emptiness is not ingratitude. It's not brokenness. It's the hunger of your soul for truth, purpose. The world teaches the opposite, pushing you toward empty illusions instead of the depth you crave. Your soul doesn't care about titles or applause. It wants what is real. And the more you avoid your truth, the more the emptiness grows, because your spirit knows you weren't sent here to follow the common path. You came to carve a new one. That means silencing the noise of the world and listening to the voice inside. The voice that isn't always comfortable. The voice that asks, are you wasting your gifts? Are you betraying yourself? You weren't born for this. That voice isn't here to condemn you. It's here to save you. It's the spark of God within, reminding you of what you've forgotten. You can't live fully while half of you is locked away. At some point, the light inside will break through the cracks. You may try to hide it, but it will still shine, because that light is your truth, asking to be seen. There will be a moment when the discomfort inside becomes too loud to ignore. You'll look around and see people repeating the same patterns, smiling with empty eyes. And you'll whisper to yourself, life can't just be this. And you're right, it's not. You weren't meant to conform. You were meant to awaken. Awakening is not a pretty idea. It's a real, raw process. It often starts when you feel completely out of place. You were not born to keep things as they are. You were born to question, to wake up what is asleep. And yes, that will unsettle others, and it will unsettle you. Because waking up means facing what you've avoided, removing the masks you wore for acceptance, and seeing both who you are and who you've hidden out of fear. There is no awakening without dismantling. It will hurt. It will shake your life. It will bring moments of doubt. But in return, it gives you freedom. The freedom to be yourself without apology. To follow your inner guidance, even when it defies logic. To live with truth and purpose. That freedom is a choice. It takes courage. The courage to say no when yes is expected. To walk away from safety that is killing you, towards something you can't yet define, but can already feel. Awakening isn't about running from the world. It's about seeing it differently. Knowing you don't have to fit into what exists, because you were sent to create what doesn't exist yet. When you understand that, everything changes. The fear will still be there, but so will a quiet certainty. This is my path. You've spent years trying to fit in, trying to appear right to others. In the process, you've hidden your greatest treasure, your gift. You've felt it for as long as you can remember. It shows in your words, your vision, your ability to see what others miss. Maybe you've ignored it, buried it, or tried to forget it because someone told you it wasn't valuable. But gifts don't vanish. They wait, silently, patiently, until one day they rise again. Sometimes it comes through in a simple phrase, a small gesture, or a moment of stillness that changes someone's day. For a moment, everything feels aligned. That's your gift speaking. It's not small. It's the signature of your soul, placed there by God as a blessing for you and for others.